Hello everyone, welcome you all to my online class of software engineering. In last video we discussed about the testing and coding part, and in today's video we discuss the rest part of the structural versus functional testing and white box testing and black box testing. So let's start today's video. Functional testing versus structural testing. So let's start the differences. The first difference is both functional and structural techniques is used to ensure adequate testing. Second one is structural analysis basically test the uncover error occur during the coding of the program. Third is functional analysis basically test the uncover occurs during implementing requirements and design specifications. Fourth is functional testing basically concern about the result but not the processing. Fifth is structural testing is basically concern both the results and also the process. Sixth is structural testing is used in all the phases where design requirements and algorithms is discussed. Seventh, the main objective of the structural testing to ensure that the functionality is working fine and the product is technically good enough to implement in the real environment. Eighth is functional testing is sometimes called as black box testing. No need to know about the coding of the program. Same as structural testing is sometimes called as white box testing because knowledge of the code is very much essential. We need to understand the code written by other users. So as we know, there are several different testing techniques. Black box and white box testing are two such approaches commonly used by tester. So first we discuss about the black box testing and then we discuss about the white box testing. So let's start with black box testing. Testing an application under test without referencing the internal structure is called the black box testing. Testing will be done by visualizing the application as a black box. In the black box testing, test causes are designed from an examination of the input-output values only and no knowledge of design or code is required. The following are the two main approaches to designing black box test cases are equivalence class portioning. In this approach, the domain of input values to a program is partitioned into a set of equivalence classes. Boundary value analysis. Type of programming error frequently occurs at the boundaries of a different equivalence classes of inputs. Testing is broadly based on software requirements and specification. Black box testing, also known as behavioral testing, is a software testing method in which the internal structure, design, implementation of the item being tested is not known to the tester. The test can be functional or non-functional though usually functional. This method is named so because the software program in the eyes of the tester is like a black box inside which one cannot see. This method attempts to find the error in the following categories: incorrect or missing function, interface errors, errors in a data structure or external database access, behavior or performance errors, initialization and termination errors. So white box testing. The term white box is used to refer to a transparent or a glass box through which the internal structure of the product is visible and which allows the team to analyze, evaluate, as well as explore the working of an application's internal structure of an application product through the derivation of taste data from the program logic. This type of software testing techniques is also known by other names such as open box testing, structural testing, logic driven testing, and clear box testing. Black box testing, which is counterpart of white box testing of the internal structure and framework of the application, rather it evolves the quality of the system extremely from the perspective of the end users. A white box testing strategy can either be coverage based or fault based. Fault based testing target to detect certain types of faults. An example, a fault based strategy is mutation testing. Coverage based testing, this attempt to execute certain elements of a program. This typically target to execute certain program elements for discovering failure. So feature of white box testings are: first, it is used by both software testers and developers to validate the quality of a software product's internal structure. Second one, helps the team determine the line of code that are executed. It can be applied to various testing levels like unit testing, integration testing, and regression testing. Validates the quality as well as accuracy of the testing data. So this is the end of the software testing. In another video, we discuss about the software design. So thank you for today's video.